because it's only on ADA. Well, it is on flight radar, but it just says Brussels to not applicable. Yeah, is he? I think he's just over the coast at the minute. Should be with us soon. I hate the angle of this camera. What they're doing here? There must have been an exercise or something, because the tank has been in dropping people off and picking people up as well. So sometimes it's just troop training with the British military. Usually it's Spade Adam. Spade Adam could be Catterick, could be anywhere. Oh, let me just zoom in. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing it since 2022, and I've been stuck on the water base like last year. On a good day, on a clear day, there's always stuff like typhoon. And Warrington is a really good spot, similar to this at the end of the runway. But I think that's going to be good one. There's one, could go all the way. Because what it'll have the F-16, Polish F-16, I think one of the squadrons on the commentaries was they've got to be free, but everyone else gave a fuck. They do the load passes here. Collinsby's like, you see four of them come in, and they'll all just bomb the circuit, and then they'll do little flybys if they see you on the fence line. I've literally probably been stood pulling that 8-foot fence there. Typhoons come over here, seeing me, and just revved it. But yeah, the best shot comes over the coast. I think we do about 5 times a year, see like that. Yeah, well, they have to burn the shots, that'll be quite good.
It's just a second comment, like the explosion.
To be honest, I don't really know what the commentaries are just from. So like, somebody made to be probably tell me, but that's it. Like, oh yeah, but well, this is Emirates cargo actually. Yeah, takes some stills from the video. That's what I'm doing here, but obviously it's not really, Jesus Christ, it's not the best. Hello guys, I don't know, there's 16 people in here, sorry, I don't know if there's people chatting. Welcome to the live stream. The A400 is currently just off the coast, so about 5-10 minutes away, so yeah, Sam, I'm back. I was just off chatting as I usually do. How are we all doing this morning? I'm just trying to level the camera out for this A400. So this A400 yesterday, he took Bravo. He took Bravo yesterday, I was a bit gutted. I was like, just roll to the end. You get the best shots here. So hopefully today's A400 rolls to the end so we get a better shot, but that remains to be seen. So apart from the A400, we have the daily 777 due with us at about 11 o'clock. We also have assortment of traffic, so we have the KLM, which was supposed to be an A321neo, which is now a 737-800, which is great. The BA A320 sat on stand 3. He's due to depart very soon. Well, sounds like they're taking the bridge off now. And then we obviously have the Belgian Air Force A400M coming in. So he should be with us in the next few minutes. So if you are new here, just drop a like on the video. It does help me out. But if you're not new here, then you're probably used to me rambling on for an hour. So welcome back. Usually I would double check on flight radar, but last time I checked, CT03 was about just turning final. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. Sam, if you're still here, I hope you're having a good day. Have you been at work? Are you going to work later? And here we go. The A400 just peeking through the clouds there. Hang on. This camera, I'll just a little bit. So you can see him there. Nice one, Sam. So you work tomorrow for 4 hours, then heading up to meet Will or Dom. So you're heading up to Aberdeen to meet him. Is this about some Luxembourg flight soon? In July, I believe it is. Oh, it's gone missing, no way. How have you managed that? Oh, he stopped so quickly. Don't go for Bravo, he probably will. I want to get a nice shot down the end. I think this A400's rolling to the end by the looks of it. Sola, get in. Yes, Sam, I do have my boots on. The spot is incredibly muddy, so I can't wait for the summer. Yeah, so Sam, I saw that spot on your story. That looked quite, to be fair, whoever put them, what do you call it, pallets there, did you a favour putting them down at that spot. I'm happy he came at the end there. But yeah, that's what slanted looks insane halfway down the runway. Got some lovely shots down there. But yeah, that's always an issue in the winter, especially in the UK, as you well know. It's just how muddy it is. We've got another aircraft landing just now. Let me pan over to that. I believe there should be a KLM. Oh no, sorry, this is the Air France, not the KLM, sorry. I'll pan back to the A400 in a sec. Right, the A400's got its back down. That is a very cool shot. If you can see that, the A400's got its ramp down taxiing. Who needs to see an Air France A190 when you see this? To be honest, Sam, you should get the spotters groups together. They'll probably put some money in for you. Or just for the greater good, let's just put it that way. For the greater good. Put some dirt down. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes it just puts you off places. Especially in the winter, it does make you want to return when it's that muddy. When it's hard to get to as well and it's a long walk, it's a bit of a ball ache. So the A400 just getting marshalled on to stand 2.5 here. Into the new demarcating areas. What? You managed to catch 2 Dubai Air Wings. Wow. 747s, well, that is very lucky. Trump is king with all the American flags. Fortunately, this is Belgian. But still very cool. See, I'm so glad we rolled to the end. I don't even have to wave, and sometimes I just do, so I just was like, I just give him a wave back.
To be fair, he was slowed down enough to get off.
He was. Sometimes it can just be the controller.
I mean, they told him to roll out Alpha.
Some of them are just used to heavies in the roll out, but the ones yesterday were like, why not take Bravo? And there we have the British Airways departing, and we also have the KLM that's just arrived. is just there. Shortly with us will be the Emirates Boeing 777 from Dubai. You went down on the day. Yeah, you went down on the 6th of January 2024. Or was that 2026? Because I was actually in London on the 6th of January because I went to Heathrow that day. I think, well, you were in the live stream. So, coincidence, we went down on the same day. If that was the case. Is that a C400? It's an A400M of the Belgian Air Force. It just arrived. I believe it's picking up some cargo. They've been on exercise. So that's what it's here for. It's been operating in and out the last 2 days. So it's a nice thing to see at Newcastle. Nice rare military movement. Oops, hang on. I'm just going to readjust my tripod. I should be ATC. Don't get me wrong, I wish I was ATC, because I know they'll get paid a lot more money than I do. But they are quite good at their jobs, so hats off to ATC. Ah, right, Samuel. Okay, that's it. I was just checking it wasn't a typo, but yeah. I have never actually been down to Stansted, funnily enough. I would like to. But Melinda, thank you for the kind comment. I'm quite new to streaming, as you probably seen by the footage on the phone. There you go. The plan eventually is to upgrade to the 4K camera, which is currently underneath the phone. So any footage you see on the camera, the phone, I'll have in 4K in my camcorder. So that video will get uploaded after the live stream's ended. Probably depends what I've got on, but could be a couple of hours, could be straight away, who knows. Depends how I'm feeling. So currently this Belgian A400 is scheduled to depart about an hour's time, near on 12 o'clock. So Sam, going back to Stansted actually, I would quite like to pay the visit, so I might drop you a message about the spotting locations, because I don't mind a bit of mud, but I might go in the summer, because side-on, that's always better in the summer. Yeah, I tell you what, I got the train down when I went to Heathrow. I got a good deal with Lumo, so I left here about 5:50 in the morning. So that was quite good. Got there about 9. And then you're up at Heathrow for about 10. Thank you very much, Gaf Mohammed. Fantastic look. Like I said, we're just going to focus on the A400 now till the 777 comes in. We do have a BA just about to depart. Anthony, welcome to the stream. He is here for about an hour. So once the cargo will get loaded, we'll probably see it all cross the runway. And then the A400 should be good to depart. So if everything's on track, maybe about an hour. So we've got plenty to keep us busy until then. So we've got this British Airways departing back to London Heathrow. I'll just unloosen the camera tripod so I can actually pan around. Oh, the lighting today is terrible. You're bricking it up from Sunderland. Yeah, so about an hour, I'd say. Don't quote me on that. You know what the military's like, Anthony. They can just depart whenever they like, but I know they're loading cargo today, so it should be soon. Well, it shouldn't be too soon, sorry. And here we go, he's the BA to London. You look in. Hang on, I'll wait till the BA's pass. That's probably a better thing to do. Thank you for the kind comments on the video. Right, okay, we've got fire engine coming across at the aircraft. Probably just getting processed into the critical point. I don't think it's anything to do with the aircraft itself. And not cold. I guess you just get used to this weather. It's actually quite warm. It's Let's check on my watch. It says 8 degrees here, so I'm used to about -1 here. Feels like -1 usually, so I'm loving this. So I'm just going to zoom back in on the A400 there. Is that the Emirates on final? Which country? We are. Was it? It's about 20 minutes off, isn't he? We're in the UK today, Mansour. It said Mansour. UK. The lovely cold UK. I wish I was in a warmer climate, but can't say. It's 30 minutes out. That's not too bad. 30 minutes out for the Emirates. You can't survive 10 degrees or lower. You sound like my girlfriend now. Yeah. To be honest, ideally, it would be about 30 degrees here, but then that would be all hazy. But I prefer about 15, 20 degrees if I'm honest. That'll do me. But we don't really get that in the UK. At least, guys, it isn't raining. Let's just put it that way. At least it isn't raining. So we've got another aircraft on final. Believe this could be the EasyJet from Geneva. Just pan over there. You can see the low cloud base today because the lights are popping through last minute. Yeah, see, Sammy, he's got the right idea. Yeah, I've been sunburned many a time when out spotting before. Especially 0 degrees. Well, maybe a bit warmer than that, Sam. Maybe about this temperature's alright, 7 degrees, because not much heat haze. Yeah, that'll do me. But not 30 degrees like Atlanta was. So here's the next arrival. I think this is the British Airways actually from London. So apologies, I thought it was the EasyJet. Because the only problem with streaming on your phone is that you can't check flight radar. I just checked it before I well, Milana, it depends who you ask how long it took me to know every plane. I'm still, I mean, to be honest, the generic stuff, I just look on flight radar, to be honest. And luckily, I've never, if I go spotting in 30-degree heat, then you've got to take an umbrella with you or something to shade yourself and lots of water. Because I would like to do places like Barcelona and, I don't know, maybe some other European cities, but you've got to do them in the winter. Because if you do it in the summer, it's just too hot. And then it's not enjoyable, really. Plus, the shots you get will all just be hazy and full of jelly. So here is the British Airways from London. So 1 in, 1 out. First got, I think we've got the little biofuel aircraft departing now. Look how small that is. Compared to one of the next movements doing, which is the 777. So I don't think... So if Anthony's still watching, the cargo hasn't started to be loaded yet. So you've got plenty of time if you're still coming up from Sunderland. You find this better than Mr. Beast's video? If only I was getting paid the same as Mr. Beast, I think we'd all be happy, wouldn't we? Well, I would be. Copenhagen as well. Yeah, so the Air Greenland A330 was just, I would love to go see that as well. I think it lands about 8 o'clock at night and it's is it 3 or 4 times a week? Correct me if I'm wrong, but... Yeah, the Air Greenland A330 is something I'd love to see as well, because it's not so common, the A330 800neo, is it? I mean, I've seen one in Manchester and the Kuwait last week. But apart from that, it's not really... There's not really many around. There's just really Air Greenland and the Kuwait Airways. I think Cebu Pacific have one, but obviously they're halfway across the world. So I think this is the bio flight departing on a local flight, I believe. There's a Jet2 Holidays lorry if anyone wants some stuff. It's a bit of a long run up. We are currently at Newcastle Airport, Milena. There we go. We are at Newcastle Airport in the northeast of England. Echo Golf November Tango is the code. And to be honest, my challenge is just going to be military. Now you say £400. I'd prefer to go on the back of an A400, to be honest. I'll probably pay £400 for that. So now let's just zoom in. You can probably see on the camera that the high loader's at the aircraft now. Last time there was a bunch of trucks came across the taxiway. So I wonder if that'll be the same now. Your dad's friend's near there. Oh, nice. Whereabouts does he live? Close to Newcastle. See, you can really see the low cloud base. Do you know when they come through? You can't see them until about 4 mile final. It can never just be a sunny day. I mean, it's starting to open up here, but it came back in. That's the problem with the winter. But I might have a gander down to that. Maybe not today, but with the big tripod down to that field. So in the field you're going, do you have to have a ladder to see over the fence, or is that like a verge?
On the left side.
Yeah. Alright. Because it's like this where it's like a little bit of a hill.
It is big, but if you go down to where the little stream is,
Uh-huh.
you can actually cross over. And then if you go to like the next farmer's field,
Uh-huh.
where you can stand your lovely level.
Oh, decent. I might have a go look at that next time they're on 2.5 to get the lineups. Something different than down here. So here's the police helicopter back. They've been to see Jonathan Winton. They've finally got him in custody. I'm just joking on that, by the way. Me and him have a good laugh. Yeah, there's no cargo trucks turning up yet.
I was thinking that.
I mean, all the Emirates cargo is out. You can see all the Emirates cargo out over there. Yeah, police helicopter's been out in a local sorting, Milena. Hang on, you can see all the gear about to get, well, there's no gear over there yet. They're also doing some work on stand 2-1 over there, if you can see that. I think they're just reinforcing the stand, I believe. I'm not, or there might be another stand in play. I'm not actually too sure. I'm not actually too sure on that one, but I'm sure we'll find out in due course. It'd be cool if they're making another stand, but it's all hilly and boggy from down there, so I don't know how they're going to do that. Yeah, I was quite good this morning when I saw the KLM had changed from an A321 Neo to a 737. I was like, oh no, I've seen so many of them. Oh yeah, I mean, the only German areas I'd come see is, do you know the cars that where it's got the Mustang on the side? I'd come in and see that. I do like their livery, to be fair, the colour scheme. Sam, 777 should be roughly 25 minutes. Thank you very much for that. So we'll keep an eye out for that. So 25 minutes for the biggest movement of the day. It's still bigger than an A400, so the daily 777. It doesn't look like there's any cargo across to this A400 yet. The high loaders on the back of the aircraft, however, there's no trucks there with any cargo yet. So we're just waiting to see when that gets loaded. So the departure time could change still from that. We'll wait and see. But Sam, is there an EasyJet Geneva inbound as well? It should have been in about 10:46, but I think it's roughly delayed. Well, it was showing delayed on flight radar. I think it was 25-minute delay, so that might be due in at 11 as well. Yeah, I would say so. Anthony, you'll make it, mate. Yeah. If you're coming into this field, yeah, it should be. Well, if you keep the stream on, I'll keep you up to date. There's no cargo across the aircraft yet, which I believe is why it's here to collect that, given the high loader and the fact it's the back end's down. So until the cargo starts loading, then it's staying put for now. So if you just keep in the stream, I'll let you know when the cargo is going across. Any new airlines planning? Not really, Samuel. The EasyJet base opens in March. I will message you privately, but there's a reason to visit another airport in the northeast, but I will message you about that, just to keep you in the loop, because I can't really announce it given my position at Teesside. Yes, Anthony, I wouldn't be surprised if we had a startup or Turkish Airlines. They've been rumoured for a while now. They would be nice to see at Newcastle, but that remains to be seen. As you know, creating a new route is a lot of work goes into it, so the teams here are good at what they do, so hopefully some new routes to announce soon. I believe this will be the EasyJet A320 from Geneva, although I did announce that 10 minutes ago and it was a British Airways, so we shall just wait and find out. I think I can see a little bit of orange on the top. But it's quite cool. I'll pan over after the EasyJet's landed, but essentially they haven't got a GPU for this A400, so he's just left his I think it's starboard engine on, or he's left his APU on one of them. It looks like there's a heat haze coming from one of the engines. Probably his APU and I'm just being stupid, but so that's the EasyJet A320 from Geneva. Safely down, so quite a few aircraft movements still go out. So we've got the EasyJet down, we have the Belgian A400M, the Belgians plural, the Belgian A400. We also have the Air France Embraer 190 getting ready to turn around. KLM's on the far side of the terminal, and we also have the British Airways as well. So there's plenty of stuff going on today at Newcastle. Well, for at least another hour, and then everyone will be gone and it'll be desolate again. But so what I can say is, because it's public, is that Mavigok will be starting at Teesside don't know when. I think it's start of May, June time. Once a week to Antalya. Let's go, just pan over to this EasyJet here. They're called MGA Airlines. I think they're called Mavigok, so they're quite colourful. They've got 737-800s, 900s and 777s, I believe. Oh, look, the sky is clearing up over there. So EasyJet is going on stand 4. Let's have a quick pan over to the A400 here. I'll have a quick zoom in. So there is someone on the high loader, however, still yet to see any cargo. So up to 8 likes on the stream now. So appreciate everyone who's been watching so far and interacted. I do appreciate all the kind words today. Well, it's not really me that everyone's here for the A400, but I still appreciate it. So if anyone's just joined, we're just waiting for the cargo to arrive to get loaded on board, and then the aircraft will be departing back to Brussels, I believe. So we've got a few aircraft on the ground currently. We have about 3 or 4 aircraft getting turned around, and we also have the Emirates 777 still to come in about 15 minutes time. Aviation Zach, hello mate, how are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. I hope you're having a nice day, mate. So what are we looking at here? So it's just can't speak. We're just currently waiting, it seems, for the cargo, which isn't on site yet. So that's great. But well, it might turn up in the next few seconds, and it could only take 10 minutes to load, so who knows. But it's up to 11 likes now, so very much appreciate it. We're past the 10 likes mark. Like I said before, a couple of minutes ago, everyone who's interacted, I really do appreciate it. So thank you. It's a great help for the channel, and it just helps the live stream out, I guess. So if anyone wants to know what Newcastle is usually like, it's like this. Just obviously with no aircraft, just quiet. Well, thank you, Katie. I'll message you in a minute. Actually, no, I can pull it. I can pull the my text down over the top. There we go. So we're just currently waiting for the Emirates 777 to depart. Well, not depart, sorry, land. I keep repeating myself, but there's not much else to talk about. We're just waiting for this. It's quite typical in aviation, to be fair. Let's have a look at one of these turnarounds, because nothing's happened on the A400. Katie, love you. Thank you for tuning in to the live stream. I hope you had a nice run this morning as well. What time did you get in the 5K? So this Air France is still getting loaded. Don't think that goes out till about 10 past 11, 20 past 11-ish. It's a shame there's nothing else on stand 8 we can look at. But you can see that looks like a new fuel bowser. The staff are currently getting set up for the Emirates 777. There's another catering lorry just coming through past us now. Katie, if you're still on, I can't play voice messages when I'm live streaming. Not because I don't want to, it's just I've been sent some weird voice messages before, so I'll open that afterwards. Well, I know that's fine, don't you worry. I don't expect everyone to hang around. It's there's a bit of a lull at the minute, so no drama there. But welcome back. Right, we'll just focus on the A400. Go back over there. Well, it looks like they're just still waiting around. I deserve more people. Well, thank you for that. That's a lovely comment. Maybe more people tune in when it starts pinging on flight radar. We'll wait and see. But for now, there's still 17 people in, so I still appreciate that. That's still a good number for. Well, if you want, Samuel. So, how long's the video going to be from Stansted Airport then, mate? Because I can imagine a full day at Stansted would take quite a lengthy video. With obviously the Dubai Airwings 747s being the subject of the thumbnail, probably. What's your more people for now? Hey, like I said before, anything's appreciated. So it all just helps out and helps me interact with people as well. Because around 43 minutes. Wow, that is a good video. So yeah, that will take a while to edit. And he put in said, hello mate. I hope you're having a good day. Thanks for tuning into the live stream. That's the C400. If you want to have a hybrid of an A400 and C130, then yeah, to be fair, it's just a little bit bigger than a C130. Anthony, yes, they still have the ramp open. The ramp. Yeah, that's always the thing. You've got to go back on flight radar and track the flights that you remember, because as you well know, and I know, it's quite hard to do it on the day because you've got to write everything down or at least save it. So that's why paying silver 90p a month for flight radar is quite good for video editing purposes, for adding exactly the flight information. So the ramp is. Elena, hello again. I appreciate all the support today. It's been great. So I really do thank you for tuning into today's stream and interacting. It's been very interactive so far. Plenty of people in. To be honest, that's the way to do it as well. That's the way I used to do it, and then I realised you can just go back and go back on flight history on flight radar. So you can go, like, I think you've got at least 90 days to do it, so there's plenty of time. And I don't think I've ever left a video 90 days that long. Well,
Heathrow is a bit different because obviously you've got that many aircraft at once, but yeah, everything else usually I can just remember, like especially Newcastle, you can just remember what's coming because there's not that many things. Like today, I know the right. To Anthony. Yep. Well, cargo still hasn't started to be loaded yet, so don't quote me on this, but I'd like to say it'd still be here in 20 minutes. Plus however long it takes you to get to the spot.
That's a 777 on final.
777's on final. Cool. That'll be a gap filler. That thing I've only just, well, I know first one to be told is people just to get the phone and just start texting. Just my phone on YouTube. And then the plan is eventually just to, well, once I want to do it more swimming, just to like, yeah, I don't do it. It's just to, you get up to like a suitcase with that. I was like, yeah, I don't like it.
I didn't know you were awesome.
It's a bit like a little bit. It's a bit like a little bar. Jonathan does it, and he's got like a grey suitcase. Very funny, I speak about that. And I was like, they're bringing the suitcase up here. I was like, I can't even stand in it now.
I've seen someone bring the suitcases from Spain. Surely you haven't just gone from being stocking
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't blame them for bringing the suitcase because I always struggle on. If you, Milena, my YouTube vid, it'll just be on this channel. So if you subscribe, it'll be if you haven't done already, it'll be live and probably today, end of today, tomorrow sometime. I've got a couple of videos scheduled before, and I've got a C-17 video that's live now. That was from a few days ago, so maybe it'll be live in a few days. The A400. But if you keep an eye out, it'll be up on the channel soon. Is there an Airbus A321 or 320? There is a couple of 320s in at the minute. No 321s though. There was supposed to be a 321 Neo. However, that changed to a 737-800. And yes, Jen, that's an A400M. It's currently waiting on stand 25 to get cargo loaded. And if I pan over here, we've got the daily 777-300 from Dubai just appearing through the cloud there, which is clearing up nicely. Before you couldn't even see it until it got just above the runway. So here comes the daily 777. I mean, you can see the streamers from here, to be honest. I wish I was down at Coach Lane now. Right, I'll just focus my camera. So if you haven't liked it already, if you want to drop a like for the 777 that's just about to land. Well, I wouldn't go perfect skies, but the A321, nope, this 777 is from Emirates. Let me just zoom in there. The field, Anthony, no, there's about 2 or 3 people in here. It's not terribly busy. Not that many people in here. Lena, thank you for the kind comments. And Lenny, you're from the Philippines. Very nice. I've got some friends over in the Philippines at the minute. I would love to go. Hopefully one day on this Emirates 777. The highlight of the day in Newcastle, definitely Samuel. Well, today's highlight's probably more the A400, but yep, the biggest aircraft of the day, definitely. Yes, the Philippines does have quite an interesting aviation scene over there with the Cebu Pacific. I have seen a Cebu Pacific A330 before. That was in Sydney, actually. That was last year. Let's get a close-up shot of this 777 and the A400. Sam, you booked a flight on 778 this year. Is that the BA1 to Seattle? Jen, yes, it's the 777, and so do we. So do I. BA1 £81 to select the cheapest window seat. See, that's the issue when all the big legacy carriers try and copy Ryanair. Essentially. So Ryanair have led the way with that, and now all the big airlines are copying. Luckily Emirates aren't so bad. I think it was about 30 quid per flight to pick a seat, which I think for a long haul flight is quite reasonable. What means? What now? So right, that's the Emirates 777 just taxiing on to stand there. Just put the camera away because it is a bit drizzly. I know, I don't know where that topic came from, but I'm going to be quite hesitant in my response to that. Anthony, no, there's no horses in this field anymore. They have been gone for about a month or two now. There's been no horses in this field for a long time. So by the looks of it, Anthony, if you're listening, there's a convoy heading over to the aircraft now. So there's two buses, and it looks like there's some other gear going across. Might be a forklift. I'm not too sure. I can't see them because of the hedgerows, but they're just holding on the runway to cross. Lenny, I'm declined not to comment on that one. I'm pretty sure you know what it means. That's yeah, we're not having any of that. I'm not discussing that on the... Right, so here comes the cargo, just crossing the runway now. Let's get a few shots of that. Yeah, we're not discussing those actions on YouTube. I don't want to get demonetized. But yeah, Anthony, if you're listening, the cargo is now crossing the runway, heading towards stand 25. Danang, hello mate, welcome to the live stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Yeah, I don't think the stream would last very long though. I'm just getting and some footage of the cargo being taken across. Right, the cargo is now taken across. Busy day for cargo at Newcastle. A400 getting loaded. Looks like a couple of pallets of just Bergens and rucksacks and whatnot. Too bad the big military vehicles haven't come over. That'd be quite cool to see. But this is still quite cool regardless. Lots of activity on the A400 now. So if all goes well and it'll get loaded, then these guys will be off back to Belgium. As you're just about to see, the Air France E190 is just taxiing out. As you can be seeing there. So I'm on one of the daily flights back out to Paris. Quite a useful connection actually, and I've always thought about going to Paris, but it's always, the location's a bit hard to get to, let's put it that way. And you need to get a permit for that. Anthony, hello mate. If you're on the way to the field, the aircraft will be getting loaded very soon. They've parked, whoever's parked the bus in the way, so I can't actually see it getting loaded is... that's quite funny actually, but it doesn't really matter. We're here to see the aircraft, not the loading of it. It would be a nice shot though. So next one out is, let's just pan over to see the Air France Embraer in the tower. Right. Let's pan back over to this A400 here. The visibility's dropped right down for departure. Looks like it's about to rain, which is just typical. It's quite a busy main apron today. Well, busy how far. We've got all these Charlottes zipping around for cargo for Emirates. We also have the A400 getting loaded now as currently as well. That should be departing probably within the next half an hour, to be honest. Then we have the KLM on pushback as well, so there's a couple of other aircraft movements to keep us entertained until this the Belgians go. And then I think that'll be it for today. I think I'll be finishing the live stream once this A400's gone. I'm not going to hang around till the Emirates 777 goes, because I've got stuff to crack on within the house this afternoon, so I won't be staying too long. I'd rather be at home having a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. But everyone who's in the stream, I really do appreciate everyone who's commented and interacted with the stream so far. It means a lot, so thank you. I'd say from everyone here on the channel, but it's just me, so I can say thank you from me. So if you can see there, the KLM's just getting pushed back behind the Emirates, and that should have been an A321neo, however it's a 737-800 instead. So it depends which side of the fence you sit on, if you like Boeing or Airbus. Personally, I prefer Airbus. So I'd have preferred the A321neo. Jen, glad you're liking the stream so far. So we're just going to pan back over now. We've got the KLM on pushback. Don't believe he has a slot. I think he's just going back to Alpha 3? I can't remember that now. We're going to pan back over to the runway to see this Air France and Bray depart back to Charles de Gaulle. He's just holding at Delta 1. No, Sam, I've only mentioned it a couple of times. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's look nice. I love KLM, but I do prefer the Airbus. So yeah, I'm not happy with the KLM today. Whoever's scheduled this one, they're probably going to turn up in the live stream and grill me about something, but yeah, could have been a Neo. Everything will be a Neo soon. That car sounds like it's got something hanging off the bottom. Right, here we can see the Air France and Bray lining up. Yeah, at what stage, Sam, does everything become a CEO then? So when everything's a Neo, does that mean then it transfers to a CEO, then we start the process again? Really starting to rain now, so yeah, I didn't think it was going to start raining this heavy, to be honest. It's only like a light mist, so it's not too bad. I think it's just a little cloud passing, to be honest. Shouldn't be too much longer. Looks quite clear over there. If it does rain too bad, I'll just end the stream for a bit. And then if it does stop raining, I'll come back live. But I'll try and stay live as long as I can. Yeah, see, thanks, Jen. I prefer the Neo as well. Not gonna say anything bad against the 737 because that is a legendary aircraft, but the Neo is just a lot cooler. Yeah, technically, the Neo is used quite loosely, and the CO term is used quite loosely as well. I get exactly what you mean, Sam. They've just inverted the terms round. So the KLM 737 is on taxi. So yeah, it is quite wet now actually. But it's like a mist. Like when you go through a car wash, it's like a mist. It's nothing too bad. Hi person. Hello Grenade, how are you doing? Jen, your favourite planes are the A380, A330, 747 and 757. There's some good options in all fairness. I would have to agree with you on that one. Anthony, I'm guessing that might be you in the car down there. My favourites would also be the 767 and the A330. That's why I love Edinburgh so much in the summer. Right, so we'll just have to wait around. KLM 737-800 is now on taxi. Grenade is a tanker, it's an A400M transport aircraft. So we're currently just waiting for it to get loaded and then it'll be ready to depart, I believe, back to Brussels. The day's getting progressively worse. It's just... I might need to get something to wipe this camera actually. Yeah, so apologies about the shaking. If you bear with me 2 seconds, I'm just going to wipe the phone and the camera down because, like I said, it's not really enough to cover it. It's just like a light mist, but it's just everywhere, the water. So if you just bear with me for a second, there will be some shaking. Just swap on the screen. Jen, ATR 72. To be honest, I do like the ATR 72. It's just very noisy. It's extremely noisy. You can hear it from a mile away. Just to wipe the lens. Right, so this aircraft looks like there's some movement on it. Looks like they are getting ready to go. Looks like they're just loading the last of the cargo. Looks like the ramp is down now, so they're loading. So it looks like more personnel. And then the aircraft should be ready to depart. What's my most hated plane? Probably the Dash 8. Only because I used to work on it a lot and it was the smallest thing ever. And that's probably why. Or the Jetstream 41, because I've worked on both of them and yeah, they're both... I'm quite a tall person, I'm 6'1", so the Dash 8 in essence is a lovely aircraft, but yeah, it's tiny. Same with the ATR actually, but I've worked on the ATRs quite a while and got quite a soft spot for them. I don't know why. But as you can probably see, hang on, we'll just pan over for the KLM. Yeah, so this A400 looks like he's nearly ready to go. They're just loading the last few things on the ramp, and then they will be hopefully departing straight away because it's starting to rain. It's starting to clear up a little bit now. Jen, what's your most hated plane? So I forgot to ask the question before I got distracted by the KLM taking off. If you had to pick one, which one's your most disliked plane? Because to be fair, it's quite a hard one to answer because I don't really dislike anything, but I'm just commenting on things I've worked on really. Things which make it harder to work on. Or the old Eastern Airways Embraer 190s, because they used to have fire grates in their holds and I used to hit my head on them all the time. Right, so the back is just now going up on the A400, if you can see that there, so he should be starting up anytime soon. Looks like they're doing the final walk around check and then they should be ready to go. So it's very unfortunate that the visibility's gone down towards the end of the runway because these A400s are quite quick to take off, so he'll be up quite soon. So I'm gonna have to get he's gonna be quite high and he probably will go into the cloud base because it's quite low today. Quite quickly. C919, see, I would like to see one in person close, to be honest. I've heard a lot about this Comax. The newest 737 because the MCAS, the A220 and the tri-jets. Ooh, see Jen, I do like a good tri-jet, let's just say that. So if my dad was watching this, he'd probably come and comment on this. But no, to be fair, they weren't the best things. They weren't the easiest to operate on or work with. So yeah, I do get that. But yes, I'm going back to what I said. It's quite a loose term, really. I'm just commenting on things I've worked on. If you're just here watching, there's no reason to hate anything, to be honest, because any movement's better than none. So we've got an aircraft on final now. I can't actually see what this is. Let me just zoom the lens. Yeah, I know. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Leith, yes, this is in the UK. It is Newcastle. Newcastle Airport in the UK. A nice, wet, rainy Newcastle. This looks like a TUI aircraft, I believe. It'll be one of the ski flights, maybe from Turin, possibly. So yeah, Leith, if you just joined, thank you for joining. We're just waiting for this A400 to get cleaned up and then it will be departing back to Brussels very shortly, I'd imagine. I'm just trying to keep this mist off the camera lens. But Jen, yeah, to be honest, I do agree with you. I don't like the new era of aircraft. I prefer older aircraft. I like the A220. Some of them have been scrapped and they're pretty much just 2 years old, to be honest. Well, the Egypt Air ones definitely are. They've gone to St. and they're 3 years old. And all the engine issues plaguing them. So yeah, I can see from an airline's perspective that why they wouldn't like them. So that's cleared up a little bit more now. Right. Well, if anyone's watching, is this A400 pinging on radar just yet? Sounds like there's a light aircraft on the road. It's just probably a quad bike. Oh, the A400 is now flashing. Get in. Don't have to wait too much longer in this weather. Jen, what's my local airport? This one. Newcastle Airport's my local. Is that Manila? That would be quite a lot warmer than here. Sorry if I was not focused on the stream there. I was trying to unfocus the camera because it was focused on that windsock that you can see there. Oh, that's cool. You get a lot of heavy aircraft there for maintenance, is that correct? Like A380 maintenance, like Lufthansa and British Airways and whatnot. So I've just reached 20 likes in the stream, so thank you to everyone for the support shown today. It's been absolutely amazing. It's been making us stand out here in the rain worth it. Was you, Dan, wasn't it? It was just unliked it for you. As soon as I've said that. So as everyone can see, the A400 is now starting up and get ready to taxi. Oh, nice one. Which videos do you watch the most, Jen? Or civilian or military? Or mix of both? So we've got the EasyJet Geneva taxiing out as well, but we're just going to stay on the A400. But luckily the weather has cleared up a little bit now. Rob, how you doing, mate? We're just up at Newcastle Airport at the minute, just rainy UK, waiting for this Belgian Air Force A400 to depart. Specifically, we're just currently at the 07 end, the Old Horse Field. Gives you a good vantage point over the runway and especially the ramp. This A400 should be departing in the next 10 to 15 minutes. He's just on startup now, so he should be imminent. Just get the last guy, and he's just going in the door there. Get the door closed, they'll be ready. Here we go, there's the doors closed. A400 should get taxi clearance any minute now. Start taxing. It's pinging on flight radar. Thanks, Sam. Should be going very soon. Is it BAF 643 again? See, I love editing these military videos because it's quite easy with the call signs. Okay, the taxi lights are on. Cleared to go to Delta 1. Although Charlie West would be quite cool. What's really cursed, Jen? My luck is when it says it's not going to rain, it starts raining. get a nice taxi shot from departing there. So whilst he's taxiing down Delta, let's get a quick pan over to the runway because I think this EasyJet is on takeoff roll. EasyJet A320 back to Geneva. So has anyone in the chat got any guesses how long it's going to take this A400 to actually rotate? Because I don't think it's going to take very long at all. Yeah, I reckon it'll be off within a couple hundred meters. They are very good at short takeoffs. The last one that came in, I mean, it did drop stuff off, so it was very light. He took off within a couple hundred meters, so this one should be a bit longer. Hopefully they keep it nice and low, and I will also pan it around for this one. Essentially, it's harder to do it here with this camera set because it's quite old and stiff and rigid, so I'll pan it around for the A400 going over the top, but hopefully they keep it nice and low. Right to the end. I think it's time for McDonald's after this, if I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like having a McDonald's after this. It's on the way back. Got a coffee, get warm. It's a problem with spotting in the UK. It is very cold for about 3 or 4 months of the year. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about food now. The A400's been cleared for straight departure, so he's going to line up and wait. Dino625, hello mate, how are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. You just come just in time to see this A400 depart. Do you know what? Right, I'm on a knife edge because this battery's apparently nearly dead, and I've only got one battery, so I'm gonna have to conserve it. But Sam, yeah, you sound like you've been good. Me, not so much. But also, I can make the decision not to go to McDonald's, but we'll wait and see. He went high, but now he's gone. So right guys, thank you for tuning in to today's live stream. I'm just going to end it there because obviously there's nothing else going out for another probably about 40 minutes. So, but I do appreciate everyone who's interacted. Sam, big up to you as well. You've been in here since the start, so thank you for the support today. So I will see you all in the next one, which I'll probably put a post up about that soon, whenever that may be. But anyway, all the support's appreciated. But yeah, Sam, just to add on that one quickly, yeah, anything like that, it's very hard to film, as you well know, with a tripod. So, but yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. There we go.